Morning.
Morning, Jerry.
How's everybody's weekend?
Good, lots of studying.
Lots of studying. SQ had earnings this morning, or whenever. I don't know when it was. It looked like around 6 o'clock this morning. It's down. I was coming back up. Yeah. Moving right now. See what happens. How SPY look? Chopper. Tesla. Tesla's up this morning. It's over 704. Oh, so it broke Tesla broke daily pivot and a 4-hour pivot. Start of a new month. Doji last month. Tesla, if it wants to, weekly target 744. We got to make sure it's not expanding range and coming back down. Probably gap fill here at open. It might bounce and go back higher. Tesla's at a pivotal place. Or it can do whatever the hell it wants to do when it wants to do it. I'm going to go ahead and get Tesla ready. Guess it wants to pop this morning.
Yeah, SQ had had news with their earnings too. Something about an agreement with some buy now, pay later feature. So I don't know if that's a catalyst or not for it to go up.
Roku's been in a downtrend. It's up a little bit this morning. It could retest the pivot low on the 4-hour 442 range, and then if it bounces there, it can go lower. If it breaks through it and closes above it, we can start seeing it pick back up this way. Keep an eye on Roku. About 2 minutes left. Etsy's picking up just a hair. Etsy's been in a downtrend too. It'd be nice to get base break on this 4-hour, the daily pivot, and then start to come back up through range. If it does, it could Etsy can come back at $200. PayPal's been puking. It's doing this morning. Kind of chopping sideways right now, smack right in the middle of Friday. Amazon, what are you doing? Amazon's fun. All right. Here's levels on Amazon. Amazon breaks 33.41 this morning. It's a short for gap fill. It breaks 33.58 long. Might scalp it open in this. Shot. Chop gapped up. Kind of chopping sideways here. If Shopify breaks 1509, it's short. We only got $10 gap there. If Shopify breaks 1520, it's long. Or scalp to the upside. Let's look at the video right quick. All right, key level for NVIDIA. It's gonna be at $200 range. It's kind of up this morning, pulling back right here, open. Yeah, so if we can break $200, Amazon or on Nvidia, it's moving long this morning. It's consolidating on a 4 hour. Let's see it pop. Keep an eye on Tesla here open. Roku, Etsy, PayPal, and SQ. So, look, before 10 o'clock, I'm always scalping. I might be in something less than a minute. Who knows? All right, looks like Starbucks gapped up. Facebook gapped up. Bobby gapped up. Wow. SQ. Let's keep an eye on Tesla here. SQ's running. Tesla moving here. Tesla's long. What else are we doing here? Ooh, Bobby's trying to push up. SQ pushing back down here. Airbnb breaks 145. It's long. Shop's long right now. Shop's long. Tesla needs to hold 697.80. The video short for gap fill. Etsy gapped a little bit. Needs to hold support on the 15. Roku back over 7431. It's long. Still long. Find targets on this thing. Tesla might run all day though. Who knows? Weekly target on this thing is 726. Holy shit.
Run can run.
Tesla. I just pulled 50% on Tesla in just a few seconds. If Tesla breaks back over 708, it's long again. Tesla just moved $8 in just less than a minute. That's what I'm talking about. SQ's pushing here. Tesla's long again over 708. Tesla's long again. That's how you get your daily going in the first 2 minutes of the day. It's crazy. All we need to pull back to get back in these things the second time here. SQ pushed up, pulling back right this second. It's a pullback on a 1 minute, across 256. It's long again. Tesla's long again over 709. Shot pulling back here. Starbucks is pushing. How you make your money. Gotta be fast, boy. Sheesh. How we do. Amazon short for gap fill here. Nvidia's almost a gap fill. Pull money into Nvidia. CRWD puking. Ooh, Roku's fixing to puke. Roku's gonna be short here in just a second. This son bitch has been dying. All right, guys. Roku under 425.40 is short. Nvidia's out of Nvidia for gap fill here. You look at Roku on the higher time frames here, it's dying. 212 month downside. Puke. Baidu filling the gap. Look at Novaks. All right. Murner fishing to go short. As soon as it turns green and red, Shopify puking. Ooey gooey. All right, we're gonna be taking, if Tesla decides to pull back here too, we'll take it reversal back down for gap fill. So Tesla loves to run at open, and it loves to fill that gap later in the day. So if you're hanging on to Tesla, you're gonna get burnt. You better be in, and you better be out. Better be in, you better be out. Right, let's go. Pull up Etsy here. Etsy, or Tesla just push another $1. Let's look at volume right quick on Tesla. Tesla moved almost $10 since open. I'd like to see a nice pullback on this thing for another entry into it. It moved to $8 in just less than a minute. Crazy. You know where to be at the right time. The right place at the right time. And again, it's breaking the 4 hour daily. It's consolidated here for months. It's breaking long consolidation, bigger break. Tesla could want to run all day. Be nice to get a pullback here for another entry into it. Right now, I'd be chasing it. Same thing with SQ here. All right, here's our next candle here. I'd love the 15-minute candle to go inside up for measure move. All right, here on the second candle, you got to be careful. We got to make sure it makes a clear break to the upside. Otherwise, it double tops and comes back down. Reversal back down this big green candle. Well, I'm hoping on Tesla here. AMD.
Check Baba. Check Baba.
Baba. Oh, shit, just ran. It gapped up this morning right above the pivot. Yep, yes, sir. Nice job, man. Amazon short for gap fill here. Tesla breaks 709.40. It is long. All right. So Tesla's, well, you need to wait till it's solid green. Now it needs to jump long over 710.11. When they break that fast, I don't enter. I'll tell you this, Tesla under 705.60. She's going to be short. We're going to target open and the low of the day, and then possible gap fill. Baba's ripping. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, you got my full permission to bump in there and tell me if something's moving. SQ push.
And all those SMH names are still going.
SQ's almost to pivot 60. If we break through that, say it. I can't hear you.
ON. Check out ON on that SMH. Oh man, I'm killing it.
Oh, oh shit! It's on my Bob scan this morning. Missed it. Nice. There's a clear.
Sorry, man. I just got on.
What's that?
Work is so busy. I just got on.
Hell, I scalped Tesla for $8. Damn, Tesla's still
long. It's long again.
Yes, sir. Love it.
Jerry, check out SM.
Tesla,
I mean,
guys.
ZM. Zoom is like plummeting like crazy.
Tesla's Momo hammer up here, guys.
Wrong too.
SQ's moving. SQ's long. Breaking the pivot on the 60. Tesla, holy shit. That's what I'm talking about. It went 212 and 2 candles here, guys. It's a measured move on the 5-minute. Still, in the first 30 minutes a day, you've got to be in and out. So I'm back at a Tesla. I'm not going to, I'd rather enter it 10 times than to, be up 20% and let it fall back on me. There's no way in hell I'm going to do it. Myrna's short for gap fill. Novak's going to be short too. It's going to fill this gap even though it's up right now on a pullback. If you have smaller accounts or you're new to trading, do not do nothing until 9:45 at least. All right. So I pulled money on Tesla there. Roku's still short for a die. He's just dying. Get some more targets on Roku here. All you gotta do is look at the higher time frames. It's coming down. It could see 391 this week. I'll tell you that. Come down this big green candle right here on the weekly. She's not going anywhere anytime soon. All right, Tesla back over 713. Be long again. SQ pulling back. Bob is pulling back just a hair. CRWD puke trying to pull back. There goes Roku again. Roku short now if you're not in it. And again, Roku can come down and test this pivot right here. It's expanded right here on the weekly and the daily. You see the double top right here on the weekly chart coming right back down. That is an Amazon. NVIDIA is going short right this second here. Holy shit, what a day, boys. What a day. What a freaking day. Starbucks going to go short and embrace Friday's lows. It ran up this morning and retested, come on back down. At a Roku, I'll look at 10 o'clock to get back into this thing. I'm just not going to be in them long. All right, NVIDIA, there's really not an entry just yet. I'd like to see it cross 193.60, target 192.60. Your better entry is when it breaks the low on the 15 or the 30. CRWD still puking here. All right, Bob is trying to go again. I love the pullback. You can't hop in it when something's moving. You got to wait on a pullback. Baba's pin hammer up, Momo hammer up, measured move. It's a $2 measure move on Bob, but it goes long right this second. 212 that breaks back through the low. It expanded on the 4 hour and the daily, trying to go back up. Or it could just be a pullback to downside. Who knows?
Check
Just trying to
pins
go
for
again.
possible gap fill coming. Possible. Let's
Which
say.
one?
Pins.
Yes. Yeah. SQ's pushing again. In the first 30 minutes of the day, guys, I am not holding this thing long. Pfizer's long right now. PFP's long, breaking through 60 with some volume. And
Man, look at that Tesla go.
The market is very, very volatile. Look at PFP, beautiful setup, 212, or is it inside, break the upside. It could take the month here. Pfizer over 44.10 takes the month up, breaks consolidation for a 2 or 3 year consolidation break. Tesla beast mode. I have a feeling Tesla's going to roll back over. I don't know when, and probably fill this gap. I don't know. It's possible. It could just stay strong forever. It's breaking consolidation from the weekly or the daily. Right here, it's been consolidating for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for a couple months range. And it does have a measure move on the 4 hour here too on Tesla. All right. Tesla under 707. If Tesla breaks 708 or 707.90, it's gonna be short. Target 700. If it breaks 713.50, it's gonna be long. There's the levels for Tesla. Right now it's consolidating sideways, fell to make a new high. That's a rest. Okay, it's a rest before the next move. Or if it decides to roll over, it needs to break the closest support, which is at 708. Second entry is 707.90. The downside, we're going to take it to target open. All right. All right. All right. Add a Baba here. Momo hammer up. There's a measure move candle here on Baba. After 10 o'clock, I'll be looking to stay in these things a bit longer. Right now, I'm just taking bits and pieces. All right. Baba went long again right here. I'm not interested in getting it right this second. It is long though. I'm not in it. Roku pulling back here. I tell you this right here. Anything that's ran below consolidation, every time, like Roku short, it pulled back. If it goes, if it breaks the low of the day, it is short again. It's as simple as that. If it breaks the low of the day, it is short. Bobby's still going here. Target is met on the 30. Next target pivot 60. And Tesla's really close to breaking again. Tesla really needs to break 713. I'd wait to break 713.70. I mean 713.70. 714 is a better break, safer. All right. It had a pretty good run here. It's going to need a rest, guys. It needs a pretty good rest here. Move $15 since open. $8. $8 in less than a minute. That's how we do. All right, G popped up on Bob. Oh shit, GE running this morning. Target 30 and the 60. 212. It's pullback hammer on the month inside. Of course, all these candles are going to be the week and the month candles are going to be the same until next Tuesday, or the week will change tomorrow at 10:30. All right, here we go. I want Tesla to pull back pretty hard here. G's pushing. G's long over 106.50. We'll extend it right this second. That would be a pretty good pullback on it. Bob was pulling back just a little bit. And keep an eye on Sava here too. It's PMG 15. And this thing can move, and options are cheap. Shop trying to go long here. Sava.
SQ's trying to go
Hello.
again.
Nice. SQ needs to break the high today by
Property
60%.
at 19209 Hassey,
Yeah.
and I was calling
So I've expanded right here on the 4 hour, trying to go back through range. If it does, you can quickly come back up to 120. Salva inside day. It's a 2 down, 2 up, 4 hour, trying to come back through. So I like about the 4 hour. It breaks the day into 2. And Salva shopping sideways right now. It needs to break 81.70, or let's just say $82. If it does, it'll be long. PMG up, first target 98.35. Texas inside is just beautiful. I love the inside 15-minute break, guys. Any of these big tickers break inside up, it is a 2-1-2 continuation measure move. And SQ is doing it right this second. SQ breaks, it's long right this second. It's long actually when it breaks 268 is your second entry. The video's fixing to go 3-1 down. It's going to turn into a 3-1-2 continuation of downside. So anything that goes 2-1, then goes to a 2 is going to be long. All right, give it a little bit. Costco trying to break the downside. Cost. They need a rest. All right, this inside break is really good for these tickers that's moving a lot right now. All right, guys, Costco breaks 427.15. It could go to the downside. Look at the 5-minute here. See how it's wicking right here 3 or 4 times. The new people. It's wick from this range right here 2 or 3 times. It's a hidden level here. Every time I hit it, rejected, hit it, rejected, hit it, rejected. So for this thing to break, it needs a lot of volume, a lot of strength, a lot of sellers to push this thing through. If it does, it'll go pretty fast. Otherwise, it's starting to curl. You can see it curling right here. If it rejects again, it can start to bounce up. If it does, we'll start, when it breaks this level here, we'll look at taking a 2-2 back up, target here, here, and then a pivot, and then here, and then a pivot. All right. If it's fixing to go short, if it breaks this low, it should push pretty quickly. All right. What you do too is you look at the higher time frames. It's a pretty strong ticker. It needs a pullback. Every time frame needs some pullback. It's pretty extended on the month. The week to get a pullback, what we'll do is we'll ride this thing down, and when it starts to curl back up, take it back long. It's just that simple. Very strong tickers. We know they can't puke for too long, so then we work that 2-2 back up, and I keep it on my screen so I can see when that happens.
So is SQ a double top here on the fiber?
Yes, sir. Yep. These will break that whole number before you enter it. And the reason I like the whole number is because when they run a lot like that, a lot of times they will need a pullback or a nice, decent rest. When you wait till it breaks by at least the next whole number, it's safer. You want to make sure it makes a clear higher high. Yep.
I see.
It did go 2-1-2, but it never hit entry. All right, so I'll pull it up right quick. So entry would have been 268 on it. So I'll call it 268. That keeps you out of trouble. All right. So it went 2-1-2, but it needs a clear break for the next entry into it. Right now it's going to start. It can either pull back or reverse, start to chop sideways and break again. Roku's fixing to go short again. Roku's hit 4-hour pivot high. Shop's going short again here. AMD's finally coming back up. Boy, I tell you what, there's a lot of volatility right now. There's a lot. Roku's 2-1-2 now, but it needs to go solid red. Go short. And this thing probably going to die.
Just broke it. SQ just broke it.
SQ. Damn it, dropped by $1. I don't know. I'm still scared to get an SQ. I'm scared to get in it right this second. I want to see a nice pullback on it. Facebook's trying to go short. I don't trust SQ. Tesla's trying to break though. It's too weak. Every time it pushed up, it pulls back. It did move almost $1 there. I don't trust it. Tesla's fixing to break again. It needs to break 713.80 or 714. Breaking right this second. This thing can run all week. Who knows? Who knows? We just play what we say. After 2 months of consolidation, it's it worries me. It's long right now. This is long. 212 15 or up. 212 having 15. Yeah, I'm just gonna scalp it. I'm still gonna scalp 14. I don't trust it. I don't trust them. 10 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. Volume picked up almost 80% average daily candle or the current candle. Volume in the first 30 minutes of the day are 26.3, average 22. There she goes. Tesla popping. I trust Tesla better than I do SQ. So I'm at a Tesla again. I'd rather hop in it 10 times than let it pull back on me. Just the way I do it. And it's just how I'm gonna do it. I wait on the next pullback and hop back in it. Hell, if Tesla could go $8 here, I don't give a shit. Frankly. I might be a bit upset that I missed the big move, but I'd rather pop up green, selling at the top range. Roku short, ROKU short. Right now, target 391. This thing's just a slap in the face saying, hey, we're going down. It's obvious. It's freaking obvious. Roku, that's an easy trade right there. The video short here. Roku, if you can't read this chart, there's a problem. If you're not in a Roku short, there's a problem. Fiverr's fixing to go short. Yeah, you Roku is dying. Here's what it's doing right here. I'll show you guys. Easy to read this chart here. Super easy. Here's a weekly chart. Here's a pivot, marks expansion. See it pulled through there a little bit. As soon as it broke through there, it wicked back. See it? Right here, try to break through there. It broke it, pulled right back down. All right. So it comes up, pulls back, it's reversing, it's coming right back down this candle here. Target's going to be the bottom of this candle. All right. And the low. All right. If it breaks through there, it'll see this one here. This one, and target, we're really targeting the pivot low. Will it go that far? It's been a pretty strong ticker. I don't know, but right now it's going to here. Right there. And then you go to the daily. And well, hell, in the 4 hour, you see it. You see exactly where this damn thing's going. I mean, it's a roadmap. It's a clean, beautiful roadmap. If you're not short Roku, the problem. The thing now is you gotta wait. Let's look at the daily right quick. I made my money for the day. I can sit back and rest, relax. We see price expansion here. Breaks back through, close below it. Here's a break and a retest. A retest, it comes back down, it comes to here. It pulls back, comes back down. Pulling back slightly now. We expect it to come right down here to pivot low on the daily. Now it could expand here. All right, it can break through just a little bit, taking out the stop right here, and then shoot back up. So our targets are always going to be, my targets are always going to be ultimately the pivots. You know, when it hits the pivots, we do a couple things. Touch exactly and pull back up. It could wick through a little bit and then pull back up, or it could just shoot straight through it. If it does that, we'll target individual candles. This right here is a PMG right here. Breaks through there, it could come all the way down on one candle.
Tesla running again.
Tesla. Tesla beast mode today.
Teslers.
Tesla, get you some Teslas, boys. test.
NVIDIA's getting more volume.
Yeah, NVIDIA and kind of choppy. It's going right now. It's back through chop.
You needed to break 195.36, right? Well, I'll wait till you finish with Tesla.
ON still going.
Yeah, right now NVIDIA is just not safe. It's just not safe. Yeah, let it break 195.30. Yes, sir. Or there's a pivot here. Let's see what that is.
Oh yeah, just wait for NVIDIA and like Apple and Microsoft. I'm waiting for the flip on those. Those gotta. I mean, look how many SMHs they're buying. You're telling me they're not fucking buying NVIDIA? They just haven't turned the machine on yet.
Yeah, NVIDIA too. It's right in the middle of chop, and that's the worst place you can possibly be right now.
Right. Let's let it break. I just wouldn't short it. I'll tell you that. I mean.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do shit with it right now. Measure move Baba, and yeah, it's looking kind of weak right now. Just got a hammer, but it's turning back down. Yeah, NVIDIA right now, and there's no trade. You see down here, I'll bring it up on 5 minutes. I'll show you your safest entries in it.
Yeah, there's no trade in NVIDIA on that SMH name. What about like ON or QCOM? Can you look at QCOM real quick?
Yeah. So right here, it's wicked. It's wicked every time it came in this range right here, and the range is that wide, projected 3 times. NVIDIA's been pretty strong. You can short it, but only for a few seconds. I wouldn't. Right now, you don't touch it, but it's strong on the higher time frame, so more than likely it's going to bounce and go back higher. Right now, target is, so you could scalp it, but I'm not going to mess with it. The target would be the pivot high. Your safer range is when it breaks this pivot and then target this candle, the wick, hit the body, the wick. It's safer when it breaks above this thing here. The good part is you got some nice candles that come up, some nice big candles. Will it get to this pivot? Yep, there's a 95% chance it breaks target there. All right, but you're in the middle of a chop, right? You're in between pivot high and pivot low, tight range. There's nothing there. AMD's even pushing. Qualcomm. Tesla. Holy shit, boys. Yeah, Tesla or Qualcomm's trying to break right here. It's got some pretty good bars here, up and down. It's a compounding inside one now. It's breaking the top right this second. The only problem I see with it is there's a pivot right here at 151.17, so that's your target. So once there, your safer bet is let Qualcomm break 152. Right now, it's so close to these targets, it could bounce there. The higher time frame looks gorgeous, 1 month or week. Breaking up, it's flagging right here on the 4 hour and the daily, 212 continuation measure move daily. Damn, that's good. And a break and a retest on the daily. It's something to go. 51.
All right. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm impressed.
Hey, I'm looking at some healthcares and some XME stocks too, just to see if they're going this month. They're looking real good, but we can talk about those later when everything calms down.
Airbnb long.
Airbnb. Let's take a look at Airbnb. Looks like it's wicking back just to here right now. The thing is, it expanded through this 60-minute. You got to be a little bit cautious. A lot of times they'll expand through them. Airbnb, I got it on my screen because I love the higher time frames. Gorgeous coming back through range. Weekly target is still 149, 150. I love Airbnb. I just want to make sure it's not a trap. And this bitch is running. Yeah.
Hill rate.
So
Hill rate's starting to move a little.
Hell yeah, good call on Airbnb. Look at the volume increase on this thing. Holy shit. Airbnb, you killed that. Oh. Yeah, nice call, man. Shit. Yeah,
we're really kicking ass this morning. Everybody's doing great. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, the ray's looking good. Setting up for PMG. Be careful. It's been kind of pushing down on the higher time frames. I don't mean it can't come back up though. It double bottom on the weekly, try to come back up through. Let's see, 23. Who knows? It's moving though. Say that. Tesla's trying to go again. AMD strong. What the hell? CRWD trying to hammer back up. What time is it? 99. Yeah. That's a foot. Etsy's got a hammer trying to come back up on the 6th. Roku's hammer. I still don't trust Roku. A lot of times you'll see a hammer and then it just turn around and go back up. All right, now we can start looking at sticking these tickers a little bit longer. Like that 10 o'clock flip, man, that's just no joke. All right, that flip is real, man. They could completely reverse shit at 10 o'clock. It's so weird. There's a beautiful 30-minute candle on. That's in here. The video's long. Give it a few seconds. Let it go solid drain. Okay, so it'll be long over 720. All right, that flip is crazy. Let's pull up Roku here. It had a nice pullback on it. Could go short. We'll take it back down here. All right, Roku's been very weak, very weak. If you decide to take this thing long, it's going to be a scalp, strictly a scalp. It decides to break 422.50 here. Target's going to be 427. I'd much rather this thing break the downside. If it breaks 417.70, be short. It's too trying to go long. The video's long here. Target the open. The video long, target open. Nobody's trying to break. CRWD trying to 2-2 back up. Etsy's trying to break. BMG. Etsy. Back selling grain here. I get 2-2. It could be reversing a 4-hour back up through range.
Intel. And DraftKings.
Let's take a look at DraftKings in a while. DraftKings trying to 2-2 back up. DraftKings looks good over 50. That 2-2 up. Another bottom 4-hour. Trying to come up. If it breaks 50, you can see 51.26. It is 2-2 back up. It needs it showed some problems at 49.86. It needs a clean breaker there. Goes Tesla. Tesla's long. I'll stay in Tesla this time until I get a reversal on the 15. VIX pin hammer up, boy. That's not looking good. I'm gonna be looking to stay in Tesla a bit longer now. CRWD 2-2 back up off hammer. And Roku has got a hammer that's going short. But I was trying to break the top there 3 different times. SQ needs to break 269. Crowd's long, target 252.57, guys.
Hey, what about FCX for people with smaller accounts?
FCX. Ooh,
Foxtrot. Yeah, there you go. You got it. You got it.
2-2 month, 2-2 back through. Let's see here. Weekly target would be 47.2.
Yeah, look at that month go. Keeps going up. Huge month bar. Plus a hammer last month. Plus a hammer last month.
It needs to break at least 39.10 or 39.20. Sorry. Looks good. It's prime.
All right. Yeah, we'll keep it on watch this month then.
Yeah,
for smaller
2
accounts.
month. Yeah, that's not much. Can come up to $43. If it breaks the day, weekly target's 40.45. Yeah, like it's holding the daily.
Yeah, we'll keep it on watch. I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
AMD coming back, man. I love it.
Yeah, great. Hey, if it breaks 107, she's gone, man. Volume's starting to decreased just a hair, but look at the month, the week, and the day. Momo hammer. There's a 212 on the week measured move.
Yep. When are you looking to enter on AMD? What do you think that first pivot 107-ish, 106.97?
Yeah, 107. 107. 107. You know, a lot of times here the last several months, you know, when they go to break these flat tops or the pivots, you'll see volume pushing before the break. And a lot of times if you see volume push before the break, like a big green candle, you know, it's not chopping, it just pushes. A lot of times it push right through the pivot. It's crazy. So volume usually leads to the break. It's just an observation. I'm still pushing. Etsy's trying to break here. I still think Roku's going to go short. I like to see AMD break because if you look on the 60-minute here, there is an invisible wall here. It's a ceiling. And for it to break this ceiling, it needs a lot. It needs a lot of money right here. A lot. And so that tells me, hey, if we can break this ceiling, this number's going to go. It's going to take all these stops out. And when it breaks, it should go immediately, or it will it'll fail. It could expand.
Yeah, we need an institutional buyer. Is what we need right there.
Yeah.
We need to turn that computer, that algo on.
Yeah, yeah. So it's best to let it break about 107.20, just to make sure it's not expansion. And it's best to see a little bit of volume increase. But you know, if it can break to that level, somebody's buying it, and they're buying a lot of it. Etsy's trying to 2-2 back up here, guys. A lot of times I keep Etsy and Roku right beside each other because they tend to follow each other. All right, SQ is it made a higher high here, but it's wicked 3 different times in this 289, 268, 269 range. You know, if it goes short here, we'll target. It's best to wait to take it short below pivot high on the 15. If it does, we'll target pivot low 15 and then the open of the candle. Clear your targets. Let me pull it up right quick. I want to show you on SQ. Okay.
Jerry Spy, gap fill.
Ooh, nice. Thank you. Vic's damn hammer up. Let me pull the 15-minute up. I want to show you guys right quick. This is the same thing that applies for any kind of gap ups too. Same thing, right? So look here, it's wicked up. There's your first time. Big move, gigantic move. Wick back, pull back, try to make a higher high. It did. Pull back, made a higher high. So it's pushing up here. But you see the candle getting smaller, and it's really what it's doing. It's kind of chopping sideways. Right? If it starts to come back down, all right, you wait, or I'm going to wait till it breaks the pivot high here. And since it's got a big body, it should quickly come back down. But there's right here is a prior support resistance level, so we got to be mindful of this area. The reason being, in the past, there's a problem here. Right? It acted as support, and then it finally broke down. It come back, retested, and went lower. So you know that's going to be your first target. Second target is going to be open, and then we can take these individual candles into consideration. It could break here. You know, if it chops sideways and gets a good rest here, it could eventually break the upside, and we can get this measured move right here. But that's a measured move candle. Right now, there's some weakness going on here, and you can tell because of the wicks. All right, the wicks tell you there's a problem, even though it's pushing up. All right, it's kind of a channel. All right, it's either going to break the downside or to the upside. You know, I don't know which way. You know, we can predict stuff, but really, it's like playing chess. We play what we say. Now, I like stuff to do certain things sometimes, but I'm not gonna let it cloud my vision. I had a Tesla here, so I got to stop at a Tesla. I'm gonna stop myself out. I'm not gonna sit through it, so I lost some money on that one. But that's okay. There's one contract. CRWD's trying to push up here. See what else is going on. Bob is the same thing as SQ right now. It don't mean it can't go higher. It's just something to be aware of. All right. AMD's trying to break.
And also, like with SQ, they literally just reported earnings yesterday on a Sunday, so there could be some fuckery going on because
Yes,
no one reports
sir.
on on a Sunday. Oh, sorry for my language, but I
Oh,
was in the
okay.
Navy for years, so you know.
Really? I'm a sailor, but I never joined. I never served. I'm just a custom sailor. Thank you for your service.
SQ was there. It could be some weird stuff going on, so just
Yeah.
as always, tight stops. You know.
Yeah, and they, they usually like a run up before earnings, then shoot, it's so weird. AMD trying to break. It's so you really just gotta play what you say.
Yeah, I mean they
Okay.
missed on revenue, but they're buying another company, so I I don't know.
It's so
Tight
weird.
stops, you'll still make your money. You know what you're doing.
There goes Airbnb. Yeah, it's so weird because sometimes they'll have really good earnings and they'll puke, and then the ones that do shit, rip. AMD
Right,
trying to push
right.
them. AMD's breaking. 710. AMD's throwing a long signal. I just don't trust it right off the bat. I just don't trust it just yet. I want to make sure it's not expansion of range and then come back through.
Oh, I just got some AMD. It broke that 1.7. They're buying that.
Yeah.
What about deer?
God, yes, DE. I forgot about that. That's another one on my list for this month. Sorry. Look at that range.
DE ripping. DE. Going back.
Look at that month range. Look at that month range it could go through.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, 212 back up. Need to make sure that's not a pullback to the downside though. All right, could start to curl up. I don't know. I mean, hell, look at the month. It's been pushing up for a year. Will they let this thing die? Doubt it.
I think it could just go through that month range though. Maybe not today, but it's definitely on my watch list for this month.
Yeah. Not bad. How's Cat doing? Cat's chopping sideways right now. AMD. Sure. AMD. AMD, we got volume increase on it. Starting to pull back just a hair.
Jerry, Microsoft Cradle Trade.
AMD breaks its top here, be an entry for you guys. If not already in it. Microsoft, nice. This is still green. That's crazy.
Yeah, Microsoft needs to get.
There goes AMD, guys. AMD at 108. Gonna see 108 here in a second.
All right, let's talk about earnings real quick with AMD. They crushed it.
When was
Literally
earnings reported?
crushed it last week. Remember that 15er that went 2 down and then 2 up? That's right when everybody started buying. That's right when we all got in. That is when their earnings came out. Was that day or the day before? And then they did a conference call. Man, they killed it. That's why this thing is going. People are super buying this one.
So if you have small contract guys, right now, plus it's breaking out of the consolidation. It broke a flat top break here, so it chopped sideways in the top 25% of range. 108. 108 should bring 109. What we doing here? Sharp trying to come up. There goes Etsy, CRWD, Roku, guys. CRWD is almost a target here. Etsy's still pushing up. Gonna bring Roku with it. That's why I like having them together. I don't trust Roku to keep going here, but Etsy I do. Etsy looks a lot better. It's got gap filled above. So Etsy's gonna be long right now. If you're not in it, target's gonna be 190.20, 192.20, gap fill 198. Not in it. Wait till it goes back to solid green here. Yeah, 15 volume.
QCOM 2 is good with this SMH. I think they reported really good earnings too.
There goes AMD, guys. SMH. Hope y'all got in on AMD.
Yeah, on AMD, is the volume coming in?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, broke out consolidation here, that flat top, and
awesome. All right.
So 212 measure move on the week. That's good for man a lot. 90, almost $18 here. Weekly target on it's going to be 116, 124, 124. The video trying to go back up here. Target, the video's long, targets top of the can are open. The video 21260 trying to go up, so yeah, and it is a motion move on it. SQ still in the channel trying to come up. AMD 108 brings 109. We're getting a bunch on the bob. On up $5. ON needs to break that 44.60. I'd say 44.75 range. It'd be long as it goes 2-1. You can see that on a 30. It's just a 2 and then consolidation as it chops sideways here. No. Easy breezy. AMAT's up there. AMAT's basically a 212 that chops sideways here. These are break 145.30. These stickers on the bob list, they got beautiful. They got A+ setups on the month and the week. I mean, it's just gorgeous. AMAT is going to break the month at 146. It's going to break the week. So the longer consolidation, the bigger the breaks, the higher time frame the break happens on, the bigger the move. So 145, it breaks 146. This damn thing can skyrocket. It's AMAT. I'm actually going to throw it on my chart, so keep my eye on it. On my screens, guys, I usually keep the best of the best up there. You don't see me a lot of times looking at the higher time frames on these things I'm calling, but I can guarantee you, I know the higher time frames by heart. I have them memorized. Nobody short for gap fill here. Runner's going to follow. Just take your pick. I've got to memorize. And if I look at any new ticker, so if I see a ticker, somebody calls it, or it's comes across my scan up here, the first thing I do is look at the higher time frames. You have to. You want to know exactly where price has been and where it could go. And if you're new to trading and you can't decipher exactly what it's doing or where it's going, where it's been, skip it. Because there's too many charts out there that have beautiful time frames.
We'll put that as the high of the day. Jerry, keep an eye on Anthem. It broke all that stacked AMAs.
ANTM. Nice. Right now, MS is rolling over.
Tesla.
These
Tesla.
banks. Yeah, Tesla's still long here. MS, they love these banks like to run first thing in the morning and come back and give it all back. So MS looks like it's short. Target's only 20 cents away. Pfizer. Yeah, Tesla's just not stopping. PFE long over 44. Cisco. Amazon trying to choo back up. Shop's long right now. I'll pull up Amazon. I might take this thing long too. SQ's broke. That channel trying to come up. Amazon is going to be long over 33.45. Target's going to be 33.53. And I'm at a shop. Amazon shop, I'm not usually going to stay in long. If I can pull 10, 20%, I'll do it really quickly.
Costco's moving.
Yeah, I love cost. I got it on my chart. Oh yeah, shit. So it's a break and a retest of the 60 pivot. Cost. I've been watching that thing. Cost is a beast, man. SQ's pushing here, guys. Amazon's fixing to be long. Cost is gorgeous. Yeah, you see it breaking retest on the 30 and the 60. Love it. 2-2 up, hammer. Come up this big red candle on the 30 and the 15. I appreciate that. I'd like to see it break 428.50.
QCOM get.
Keep moving. Good lucky.
QCOM right off that hammer 5-minute and then that hammer 15-minute. That's a Momo 15er. Look at that.
There's a 212 measured move too on the daily. 146.
Yeah, and hey guys, with the smaller account, these QCOM options are not expensive at all. Even deeper in the money ones, just so you know, 4 weeks out.
Measured move targets 155 on Qualcomm. Nice, man. Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. You know, a lot of times volume will lead the break. That's crazy. It's just an observation, but usually when they start to break these pivots, especially on 60, the daily and 4 hour, you'll see volume push in. It's just it's really weird. It's just
yeah. That's why I love this room. That's why I love this room. Everybody just helping everybody. You know, no egos. Just calling out winners. Corey calling out winners. You just stop calling out winners. I'm trying. Everybody else is trying too.
You calling stuff out. That guy that called Airbnb this morning, that sounds like rip. Qualcomm.
Yeah, everybody in this room just calling out winners, doing their own thing. You know, it's great.
There goes AMD again.
Jerry, Adobe's starting to come back up. It's above VWAP. It's got a nice fish hook crater trade.
Adobe.
Yes, Adobe's on my list too for this month.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Adobe looks good over 620. It's sitting on that pivot 5-minute. We just don't want to break in a retest of that thing. We want to make sure it's clear break. Dude, if it does, it comes straight up that 15-minute red candle or the 30. Whenever I'm looking at these things, you know, I got Adobe on my screen too. I want to show you what I see. I mean, it might not be important, but I know that price can expand on these pivots, right? And we know about the breaks and the retest. So, you know, so I'm always worried when we get close to target that it can pull back. But the thing is, you know, if it breaks above it and we get a close above it or even a retest, then of course it's long. But whenever I'm looking at these areas, I'm looking for something that could happen and you know, key areas. When you get in a trade, guys, make sure you have a clean target and a stop before you enter anything. Always have your entry and your exit ready, and have a plan. you know, if it breaks this, you're going to go long. If it retests, you're going to go short, or what are you going to do? Always have a plan. Have 5 plans ready.
Yeah, hey, keep an eye on SWKS, Nathan. That's a SMH. It's getting ready to go in that gap, and they had great earnings. That's a big fat gap that can run right through SWKS.
Yes, Corey. Yes, SWKS too.
Yeah. Hey, it's a break and a retest of the 60 pivot too. Good gap. I actually put that on my screen this weekend. That's a nice one. Love it over 188.20. Let's look at Microsoft. It's actually filling the gap on the 60 right now. It's chopping sideways. It needs a break though. 2-2 daily. Gorgeous. Airbnb got a pin hammer. I'm starting a little bit chop on some stuff now. Yeah, Baba's long for that measured move. And it's an ad right now. If you're in it, Mish. Yes, sir. Target on Baba. Let's see here. 196. $3. 202. 202, 203. It's measure move target. Baidu, yeah, if it breaks the high of the day, it's gonna be long yet. And you see it's just 2-2 back up. It's going to a little bit of range right now, so you gotta be careful with it. But Baidu is just, I mean, I love Baidu. Weekly measure move on AMD. Oh man. I think it's 124.
FCX might be turning around.
Jerry, we might could go with Tesla now, rolling over.
Yeah, I'd love to short Tesla, to be honest with you. FCX, yeah, okay, so FCX, guys, needs a break. 38.40. Actually, you can wait till it's small ticker. You can wait till 38.45 and short it for gap fill. Yeah. Now, if you look on the 1530, it's wicked up twice there. It expanded and trying to come back through range. I'll pull it up on the 15 and show you. Well, you know, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they can wick out 2 or 3 times and shoot straight through, just like SQ did. And that's why you want to have several plans ready.
Yeah, see, I want it to fill that gap and then shoot back up so I can go long on it for the month. That's what I'm looking for.
It could break it. So it broke it, could retest, and then just to the moon.
Right, just like your little symbol on your ozone thing is. Yeah, right there, that one. Yep.
That's money. This right here inside there?
That's the money symbol.
That's a 1 right there. That's a chop right here. And me and Corey was talking this weekend. On the lower time frames, the 15 through 60, my entry is going to be when price breaks here. But on the higher time frames, I want to catch it when it bounces here.
Exactly. Yes.
So when I catch it here, I'm going back through range, the target being here. And then I like it taking entry here, even though I'm paying a little bit more, but I like it better there because price usually goes and makes a new high. That waves and everything, man. A 5-minute chart, 1 minute.
And see, that's the thing. It's already a 2 down, 2 up month on it, right? So you just wait for corrective activity, and then if people are going to buy it, it's going to go, and that's when you get in.
That's it.
Get through that range.
you want the range. You know the range is healthy because the range is a rest before the next move up.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And this pattern here is a 2-1-2. So here's your 2. This is a 1, and this is a 2. All this is a chop. And of course it goes down too. That moves on every time frame. Yeah, it's just a pullback really.
Hey, Jerry, what happened with PayPal, man? It fell off a cliff.
It did, didn't it? I saw that happen this morning. It was kind of chopping like that. Let's take a look at it. On the higher time frame here, I'll tell you exactly what happened to it. Expansion. So, you know, a lot of times I tell you about these breaks, and I want to tell you this too, people, you need to let it sink in. The only thing that separates these tickers is price and time. So when I say that, what I mean is, you know, this is a weekly chart, but if we got rid of the time, all right, then you wouldn't know if this is a 5-minute chart. You wouldn't know if it's a 15, 30, 60. The only thing that separates them is one moves quicker and one moves slower. The higher time frames move slower, but we're always looking for that same pattern. All right, they're all doing the same shit on every time frame, but the month takes longer than the 5-minute. So the 5-minute, you know, you can get the whole wave in just you know 30 minutes, whereas it might take 30 days to take the wave through the month. So if you can see the patterns and the way the market moves, the way it dances and aggregates on the higher time frames, and you get really good at it, which there's not much to it. I mean, we know tickers pull back on the way up, and then in a downtrend, you know, you'll have pullbacks or rest on the way down. And that's why I think it's important to start with a cleaner chart or A+ setup on the month and the week, because it's easy for you to read and understand. And as you get good at understanding the higher time frames, the month, the week, and the day, then it all relates to lower time frames. The only difference is time. So when you're looking at the 5, 15, 30, 60, it's still the same damn pattern. One moves quicker. So if you see the pattern, which is, you know, it's easy to see on the higher time frames here, but that same pattern happens in the lower time frames. It's just one moves faster and one moves slower. That's it. So, you know.
So you think the measured move is about halfway down from where the top is at 310 all the way down to let's see, 220, 10, 90, 45. Yeah, 260, 265. You think the half measure move? Oh, that's where you're measuring it from.
That's
I got confused with your yellow alert line at 237. Screwed me up. Okay, got it.
Well, I don't look at like I see this as I don't see a 3. You know, now I do recognize a 3 on an individual candle basis, but to me, I'm basically looking at blocks. And when I first started being successful with a strat, you know, I looked at individual candles, and then I realized after I added the pivots, you know, when I saw the pivot high and the pivot low, and I looked on the higher time frame, whether it was a day, week, month, quarter, or a year, or whatever, everything that was inside the pivots was an inside bar. And the longer, you know, then I started seeing these blocks instead of as individual candles. And the reason that it works so well is the longer price stays in these, the bigger move you catch. So when you break a compound inside bar, you're catching a nice big old move. And, you know, it's really, you know, it's still a strat, you know. So you take and break the inside bar, and that's all we're doing. And really, in reality, it's just a flat top breakout. But when you compound the bars, you get a bigger move. You know, you can still get a pretty good sized move on individual candles too. That's how I started is trading a 2-1-2, and then from there I started trading a 2-1-2 and 2 candles. So if you're trading individual candles in the morning, you know, if you have a candle, a green candle, or red, or yeah, green candle, and then the next candle opens, it goes inside, all right? And so it's red, and as soon as it starts to come back through and it goes green, it crosses the top of this candle here. It's long. It's a 2-1-2 continuation and 2 candles. So it'll look like green candle, and then since it starts to come back up, it forms a wick, and it'll look like that. And so it's 2-1-2, and it forms a hammer. And the hammers and the mobile hammers and the shooters are very powerful because the hammer, you know, if I'm looking at different tickers and I see a green bar, and all of a sudden I'm looking over and I'm seeing a hammer form, that's a mobile hammer. And you know, we don't never chase anything, because if you chase something, I'm probably going to be the one that sells you the contracts at a very steep price. So you wait. You always wait on a pullback. You don't never chase something ever, and because that's how you get burnt. But you wait, and that pullback is all you need first off to get into something, and the pullback allows this thing enough rest to keep on moving. So you got to have a rest for continuation. And so when I'm looking at these compound bars, I know I'm probably off subject here. So the market accumulates risk distribution. That's all there's to it. Supply demand zones. It's all the same, really. It's just, you know, this whole wave marks accumulation, distribution, and rest. That's all it is. But price rest, and the longer, and just like Tesla today, you know, Tesla has been chopping on the daily and the 4-hour for months, for a couple months, and whenever it breaks it, it makes a big move. You know, so the longer it stays in there, the bigger move it makes when it breaks out. We can trade this range as long as there's enough room in here, but the real move happens on this break. And on the breaks, you got to be aware. And now I'll get back to the point here, but on the breaks, you got to be aware there's 3 things that happen. The first thing that happened is price breaks straight through it and just keeps going, kind of like Tesla did. Don't mean it can't reverse later, but it broke straight through it. The second thing it can happen is it touches it, it pulls back, and then goes through it. And the third thing that happens, it comes up, double tops, makes a double top, and then comes back down. And that's what PayPal did. Is it came up, it expanded, right? So the pivots mark expansion, and if you look at it, it does expand this range, maybe not much, a few pennies, 20 cents, hell, I don't know, but at least a penny. That's all I care about. It broke this candle right here just by a few pennies. It took the stop out, and now it's starting to come back to the range. That's why it's important, you know, if you're going to trade the flat tops, is you want to see volume increase on the break, or at least wait till you get a close above it. It's safer. On the breaks too, there's another leg of it. You can take the break. You can take it when it pulls back and retest it. But anyway, price expanded here. Now it's trying to come back through. This could be a touch, a pullback, and then it can break through there, or it can completely, it can double top there, and right now it's starting to come back down. So if it keeps continuing lower, your target's going to be here. There's a lot of support in this level here, and we're always targeting. I'm always going to target the pivots. I don't care if it's a red one, a green one, or whatever. And if there's pivots that extend in the middle or the bottom or whatever, they're always going to be the first target. And you also have to be aware of any kind of hidden support or resistance in here. So right here, there's a level. It's not marked, but there's a clear level right here. And so you need to be aware of that, anything that's in there. Right now, we see right here is a level as well. And it's marked by these candles. This actually extends all the way from over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touches on that line up there. So that's relevant. To be a real trend line, it's touched at least 3 different times. So we could get a price bounce here and then go up, you know. I'm always thinking, you know, 10, 15 steps ahead of what can happen. I mean, it pushed up, it bounced, it could pull back and then go higher. It could bounce off this support here. So if we decide to take it low on a weekly chart anyway, there's going to be support here. It could bounce there and then decide to go through. I don't know. But we don't usually trade on the week. It's just we would be concerned with this if we were swing trading, but we're not. So the candle's red on the week, the day, and so we'd be looking to take it short. And if it's going to reverse, we'll see it first on the 5 minute, the 15, 30, and the 60. And, you know, if you're going to see price reverse, you'll always see it on the lower time frames first. So you can trade when there's not in range. So like full time frame continuity, everything's green. So when there's confluence, I think that's right. You can still trade it if you know what you're doing, but it's safer to trade when everything's green or red. But expand and then shot back through. That's why I PayPal people. It just expanded the range, double top, came right back down. And you can see it actually tested that area 3 times. So that's one hell of a resistant level. Yeah. So it's puking. It's puking. And as you go lower and lower in the time frames, you can get closer and closer targets. Right now, on the 4 hour target is 265 or 5, and that's pretty close support. So on PayPal right now on the 5 minute and on the 30 minute, we see it. You know, it could expand and start to come back up. Right now, it's chopping sideways from Friday. Same thing on the 15 here. It expanded. It took out Friday's lows. And now it's starting to come back up. It's still chopping sideways. You can see it on the 5 minute too. It's chopping sideways. I'll pull it up, show you. Expand it out so you can see Friday. There's Friday. And here's Friday's lows here. It took it out. All right. Now what it's doing is it's chopping sideways. And it's below the pivot. So it could break here, retest, and then go short. So here's your entry. It breaks 273.22, it's short. And if it breaks, really it needs to break. Your safer entry is when it breaks here. Your target being here. And then the next target would be these bodies here. And then the wicks. And then gap fill. Targets. If you breaking day high, it's on the bottom. Yeah. Also, AMAC 2-1, chopping sideways right now on the 15 to 160. All right, Pfizer above pivot 5 minute, trying to break above. Needs to break that. These smaller kickers, the psych numbers are very important. So really, it's whenever they're so close to a psych number, it's at 43.92. I like to wait till it crosses it. Tesla's supposed to go long here over 726. All right, so it's just a consolidation break on Tesla.
Doku, Jerry, if you can take a look.
Roku?
Doku, D-O-C-U.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so Tesla over 726 is long, and Doku. D-O-K-U?
D-O-C-U.
Oh, docu. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, looks good. Yeah. Yeah, so it's doing a long signal right now. Target's gonna be 296.12. We gotta make sure it's gonna break in a retest.
Billy broke up.
Billy, it broke the month. It's retesting right this second. 212 is rolling over, but it's got a hammer so far. And really, these are all the same. These damn candles, all these candles are the same. All of them, all 4 are the same. So that's what makes this week really weird, and especially today. So we kind of got to go look back to the prior candles. So last month, we can see that it's rolling. It's going down. It don't mean it's going to continue to go down, but it's a cause of concern. So even though Donkey's pushing up right now, it'll be long over 295.10, but your target's going to be 298 or the pivot low. There's a pivot low on 15 that's at 296. The only thing is you got to make sure it's just not a break and a retest, because price likes to. Let me show you. Anytime you're a ticker, I'm always thinking, hey, this could happen. It could retest, could be a retest, or it could be a break. I don't know, but I set my targets at these key areas because the what ifs. It's just safer for me. So it breaks this range, and on the day and the week and stuff, it's doing this. Price is rolling over in a downtrend. It could reverse. It's going to reverse. It's going to happen on these lower time frames first too, and I know that. So I know price can roll. Right now, it broke through pivot. All right, it's starting to come up, and it's starting to slow down just a little bit. So if it comes up, you can take it long when it crosses here. The target's going to be here. Now, if it comes on up and you get a close or retest of this pivot low, again, the target's going to be here and then here. But always in the back of my mind, I'm going to think that the ticker's rolling over. In the back of my mind, I'm going to be aware of the higher time frame and what price is doing on the higher time frames. Always. But I'm also aware that price, if it's going to reverse, it'll happen here first. It'll happen on lower time frames first. Right? Because the 15 and the 30 can push the day up, and eventually the day can push the week up. Shops long here, target high day. And wait till it goes back solid green. Tesla just broke 726 for another longer. Add in it. Essie's breaking for an ad here, and CRWD is breaking for an ad. So CRWD's targets is the open and the high of the day, and Etsy's breaking. There is a gap fill right above on Etsy. Airbnb rolling over. Airbnb's going to be short. Target's going to be pivot 15. Right. So DocU is long right now. Just be careful. Low volume. Target. Your target's your pivot low on 15. That's all there is to it. It'd be nice if it breaks through there, without a doubt, 100%. Add a Shopify here as it hits high of the day. So they kick me out. Thank you very much, Shop. I appreciate you. I love scalping shop. I could scalp shop on Amazon all day long. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? $10 move in a minute. There she goes, boy. I'll wait for her to pull back on this thing. I'll re-enter for the next leg up on shop. I'm happy taking profits. If it happens to move there $20 right now, I'm not gonna be upset. I'm happy taking bits and pieces. It wants to see 15.29. I can tell you that. Hopefully, get a pullback on it. Might re-enter to get that next $8 move. But I take the breaks, target the high, because I know price can double top there and pull right back down. So, and the big tickers, they can go against you just as fast. So I never get greedy with the big ones. SWKS still pushing that gap fill. Chopping sideways right now, needs to break 187.90. It's really safer when it crosses 180. See how shop pulls back here. It needs to break 15.23 to be long, target 15.30. X is long here. It's been long since around 10. Gonna break retest. 312 up. We're gonna target 190, 192.57, and then 197. See, sharp. I never get upset when taking profits because I know it can pull back just as quick. See, you got greedy on these tickers here, and as soon as price pulls back, you're chasing the bid and giving up the spread. All right, don't do it. I'd rather be $1 up on shop than $200 down. Airbnb's gonna be short here. Target's 144.60. Keep you back down. AMAX trying to break, needs to break 145.30. Nvidia's target still open high today. This is still long here. Every time it pushes up and breaks, it's long. SQ is long again right now. SQ is long. CRWD still long, target high of the day. It's starting to get some momentum. Nvidia's the target here. Damn, shock went long again. I missed it. It's all right though. Etsy picking up some steam. See, this thing's not been looking good, but remember, these reversals are going to happen first on the lower time frames. Start off inside, and I want to show you another thing too on Etsy on the weekly. These big bars, I want to show you. This is price expansion at its finest. You can see it pretty clear here and here. And then on these big bars, there's a big green one. The next week, a big red one. There's another green one. I mean, this thing could come up to here this week. And it's also wedging this way. So it's doing this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And it could break either way.
Jerry, aren't you running into the body of that candle on that 60-minute on Etsy?
On Etsy, yeah, it's getting close to target. Yeah.
Hey, I was going to mention for like the smaller account too. You know how we're talking about Tesla, but NIO is kind of a proxy play to Tesla. So people with smaller accounts, you can do it. Now it can get a little volatile, but if you look at the chart, man, that could go up. Right there's still a lot of range in that month. So something I was just thinking about.
Yeah. CRWD is a target here. Nvidia hit target here. We'll look for another entry back into it. Get a pullback. Target will be 198.53 then. Shop's pulling back slightly here. Nvidia's still going. And I want to show you Nvidia too on the higher time frames. This damn thing's beast mode. You know, look at the month. Just straight up pulling back right now, currently inside. You see it 2-2 back up. Where's this thing going? 208.75. Currently chopping sideways right now on the 4-hour and the daily. It's kind of right in the middle here. You really want to see it break 199, 200. It breaks that, I see 208.75. But if you look at the month, it's a pretty strong ticker.
Hey, Jerry, what do you make of Sava? That thing is
Sava?
just, my
It's
God.
nice stuff, huh? It don't look too bad. It's currently inside 60. Right now it's wedging, it's flagging. Shit, it just broke. Oh, no, I'm looking at something else. Damn, what the hell is this? That's a nice one. Stack. Sava. It's wedging, it's flagging right now. Let me show you on 15. Sava. It's ready to break though. I think it'll fill that gap.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
looking
what I
at
was looking. That's what do you think the gap's up to on it? You're looking on the 15-minute, right? The gap's that 82.77.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at SWKS. Let me look at Sava. Sava could expand right here in the 4 hour and come back through range. Big shooter on the month. Big ass shooter. It's expanded. So if you look at it, it's broadening right here. Big candles. Last week, prior week, it's in the bottom 25% of range here. So every time frame needs its own pullback. This could just be a pullback to the downside. More than likely, it's going to go lower. Right now, it's wedging, so you're safer. It's going to be long over 83. And
83, right.
yeah, and then it'll be short. You can short it under your safest. I'm just going to give you the safest short is 74.70 for gap fill. But you got to mark your target's going to be the highest candles in the current group, which would be 71.71. And the actual gap goes at 70.15. Shopify's to the moon here. SQ's long again right here. And crowd's almost to pivot. So crowd hit target here. Yeah, right now Sava's chopping sideways. You can kind of see it on the 60. It's just 2-1. It's right in the middle. It's wedging.
Yeah, I see that. It's almost a doji over there on the 1 hour.
Yeah.
On the 4 hours, it's a 2, but it's with a wick. So yeah, I don't feel good about it right now.
So if you looked at it, it's doing this, and it will eventually, more than likely, it'll come down to here and then come back out. It's eventually going to break out one side or the other. And looking at the higher time frames, it's probably going to gap fill and go lower. Of course, you know,
I'll set the alerts. I'll set the alerts and just sit on it. The problem is in the morning, you know, when this thing's moving fast and furious and you're setting up all those alerts, you know, before it's like everything's popping like crazy, you know, just in the first 15 minutes, it's either popping low, popping high. Then you have to, like, you know, watch the trades, check the triggers, see what alerts went off. It's wow.
What I used to do, I'd spend hours after market. And Baidu's pushing here too. I spend hours after market, pre-market, marking stuff. And then, you know, come open, I'd have 50 alerts and not hit one of them. So I just said, you know, forget this shit. You know, I'm just going to play what I see.
Yeah.
I missed them all. You know, I spent all that time setting alerts and then they just passed me up.
Man, that
need to hire a couple of
30.
You know, the other thing that we can possibly do as well is maybe, you know, just whoever's on. Just
Shopify's almost the next target here. Oh shit, big dog's moving. The guy's talking about he faded out. Big dogs are breaking here, increase volume. Need to pull back to get in. It's starting to get one here. Crosses back over 112.40 be long. It's in a pretty good uptrend here. It could see 119.43. It'll either expand range or go higher. It'll expand and come back through, or it'll break and keep going. Beautiful 3,260 come back up. Wants to see that 114.20. No video. Next target's going to be pivot on 30, 60.
Yep. SQ.
SQ not stopping. SQ looks good. Crowd kept on pushing here.
Yeah, SQ
Crowd even
didn't
hit
break
target.
below after that.
Shopify beast.
Yeah, SQ didn't break down after earnings, at least today. So, I mean, it can go.
Look at shop volume increase on this thing. It rips. It can see 1560 if it wants to. Look at it. It's a break and retesting the weekly, trying to come right back up. So, tell you what, guys, look at this damn thing. The last time it pulled back this hard, it ran straight back to 1650 in the same week. So you talking about a fucking swing. You have to set it and forget it. Put your hard stop in there and a limit. Look right here. The last time it pulled back hard, it ate right back through it. And it pulled back, and now it's starting to come right back through too. It's testing the week. So it broke the week, and now it's holding. So if you quickly take these stops out. First target, 1587 and 1650. I mean, that's $100, $120 move. Get you about 5 of them contracts. Well, it's sitting right now. I need to pull back and get in it. Stochastic's breaking above the 20 there. Shopify. It's moving so much it's gapping on a 5-minute. And that's a measured move candle right there on a 15 too. So $23 wide. These are pretty good at pullback to get in it. Ever been reversing on 15? Yeah, it looks like a 2-2 up, doesn't it? Yeah, very well could be, yeah. Yeah. It's just gonna be longer, add to it here. Novak looks like shit. Myrna looks like crap today. The video's starting to pull back here. Got a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, VIX is coming up. So everything that's coming down now is just a in relation to the VIX. They're going to shake out any kind of weak hands, and then they're going to pull the price right back up. So any ticker that's pulling back right now, Baidu, Tesla, Nvidia, hell, any of them, even SQ. It'd be a good point to add when it starts to roll back over. While it's flagging, so it's hit the top, it's what you see it. Lower highs, higher lows. Shot Momo hammer up. Take it long, if it crosses 1532. What she does. And there's a lot of volume on this thing. 3 minutes into that next 15-minute candle, it's already 88% average volume. Current candle. Shit, doctor's coming up. Oracle's gonna try to break. J&J trying to break. Okay, and we basically. Oh shit, still going down. X is puking. You talking about cheap options, guys? This is the cheap option. Coming up, you see it wedging right here. So it looks like this on the weekly.
Yeah, X is part of those XME names. You got Steel Dynamics, Nucor, AA, FCX, all those. They're cheap options, and if they go, they go.
Yeah, yeah. If the X breaks the day or the 2510 level, it can come down to 20 bucks. It's puking. It's been a nice short under 25.55. Don't move that much, but they're cheap. They're cheap. It needs a pullback on the 5-minute. Really, you know, the target on this thing is 25.19. You really need to wait now until it breaks at least 25.15. Oh shit, I missed Zoom. What the fuck am I doing? What are you doing, guys? I missed Zoom. It's up here in the far corner. I missed it.
I told you Zoom this morning that it was going short.
Yeah, I know.
Corey mentioned Zoom.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm looking at the reversal back up. I just missed. That was a nice short, Corey, but I'd like to catch that 212 back up. Do that big red candle. The video's long here. 212.15. Momo hammer up. What if go solid green? Yeah, I'd like to cut that 22. I like to cut that 22 back up on that reversal though. Yeah. Good entry would have been 368 and target the open. Would have been good for, you know, 10 bucks. Yeah, that was a good short this one for you. Yeah. We got a pin hammer right now on the daily. In the 4 hours, it starts to come back through. It could be a pullback to the upside on the daily. Right now, it's really chopping sideways on the month and the week and the day and the 4 hour. Plenty of range in here to make some money. But, all right, Tesla. We're gonna be looking at short Tesla here in a second. Right now, there's just too much. It's just there's too much shit to go through right here. Take it long now. It's gonna look better over 380. If we get over 381, I'll be looking to take another entry long as PNG's back up to the range. Could touch it, retest, and come back down. So I got it on my screen. I just happened to not be paying attention to the damn thing. All right, let's look at Tesla for short. Go Tesla if it wants to. Tesla, they're kind of dirty. Tesla's gonna be short on door 719. Let's see what this one is. We go support at 717.50. That's gonna be short under. It really needs it. We'll do this. If I get test under 717.40, I'm gonna short it. And you could take an early entry, or I could take an early entry if it crosses 719. My problem is there's some support at 717.37. And to pull it up, I'll show you.
Jerry, if you took it at 717, you're going to run into VWAP right around there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's safer. Yeah. Good. Pretty strong right now. It's chopping sideways. There's support here, but it's so close to the support here. It's best to wait till it breaks this support here. 2, and right now it's a 1. It can reverse or it could go higher after this chop.
Jerry, Skyworks right now. It broke the it's in the, it broke it. It's in
Ooh,
it.
nice.
Yes, yes, SWKS.
SWKS. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's
Don't push
breaking
my
that
brake.
5. Do you think, would you get in? It's breaking that 5 pivot.
Yeah, as long as it breaks it by just a little bit. You gotta wait. It's 11 o'clock. Volume increased just a hair here, which is a good sign. Probably gonna fill the gap. Probably gonna fill it all day. For two inside weight, month to two. Yeah, more than likely it probably will fill that gap. I'd wait until it crossed. So we got to close above it. 188.20 would be a good entry point. It is breaking though, 100% breaking. Just want to make sure it's not expanding the range. Guess it's coming on down here. Making some moves.
Piton's kind of moving today, but the chart doesn't look all that good. But it is moving today.
Oh shit, Pecan is making a good noise. Breaking a pivot. Here's one too that's fixing to break this Pinduoduo. Neo's pulling back pretty hard with Tesla. ILMN is trying to come up to open and high today. Tesla's at garbage. Disney's current. John Deere trying to retest. AMD trying to retest that pivot 15. Apple ain't doing shit. J&J trying to double top.
Looks like Etsy is stalling out.
Yeah, she's definitely slowing. She's slowing down. SQ trying to break again on Momo Hammer 15. And SQ does have a measured move on it. It's just run out of steam. Shopify, what a freaking beast. SQ. Look at that. SQ took all those stops out.
Hey, Nathan, keep an eye on CTXS. That's got a big gap fill right there, and it's starting to go into it. CTXS.
Guess that breaks 727 would be long. Sava.
Jerry, check out CTXS. I think that's a good swing trade.
CTXS. Ooh, nice.
You know, for a gap fill.
Oh yes, a big old gap fill in it. Man. Do 1 week, wicking off the bottom, trying to come back through range. Ooh, get some nice pullbacks on the 4 hours to the upside. Definitely good. Definitely good.
I swung that on Friday at noon.
You did, Dan?
Yep, 2 contracts I did on Friday. I swung it. I got
Nice
it
job,
out
Dan.
for a month and a half out. I took a longer swing on it. In the money.
Yes, sir. That's how you do it. Yeah, it looks really good. You definitely feel it. Next one should be 102.60.
I sent the breakout alert actually on Friday for 188.10 on this thing. But like, Jerry said, better to be safe than sorry. Wait for 188.20 or so just to make sure that it does have a breakout.
Nice stuff.
Look at that 4 hour, how it's just marching up. It's doing sort of 2, 1, 3, 1, 3.
On CTXS.
Yeah.
Yeah, that damn 4 hours is really good.
The 1 hour looks even better because the 312,
Yeah, I can definitely move.
And on the 30 minutes, a 3122. So now it just has to pop.
The video trying to break again here for ad. Momo Hammer 30 up. Targets pivot high 60 on the video. You're spot to add right here or enter.
Yeah, what's Amazon doing? I completely lost track of that one.
Jerry,
Is it
aren't you running
sitting?
into a 30-minute pivot there on NVIDIA?
Yeah, I've been in it already, so. Yeah.
It's got some volume coming though.
Yeah.
And it's at the prior high of the day.
Yeah.
If it clears that prior high of the day, I think we can go.
If you look at the higher time frames though, it's in a pretty good uptrend. Volume increase. Amazon had unusual volume. Only $3,500 calls. So, back. 3,000. Somebody in Congress bought a shit ton of $3,500 calls on Amazon and expired this week. Does they know something we don't know? The video's still pushing here, guys. They may. Pretty cheap.
They bought Amazon 3,500 calls that expired this week. How many? How much?
Well, when the alert went off, there were 250. Now it's up 10 times. The alert went out at 226 open interest, and now it's up to 2,600. But somebody in Congress bought them.
They definitely know something. I mean, come on. You're not going to spend that kind of money unless you're sure something's going to happen.
The video's kicking ass here, guys. sometimes you gotta be worried about these pivots and stuff like that. Sometimes not so much. The higher time frames, they've been buying this thing up. They've been fucking eating for months. I think they're gonna let this thing die. I don't think they're gonna do it. It's breaking a pivot on the 4-hour too. Longer price consolidation, bigger break. Next target's gonna be around 203. Could it pull back in reverse? It absolutely could. It absolutely could reverse here. Stop's gonna be right there on that 15 pivot. So we can pull back to 198.40 for a retest, push up. Extra $200. We could really see another $1 or $2 move really quickly on the video here. Amazon, yeah, they probably know something that we don't know. Guarantee it. They're dirty as hell. You don't make 100,000 a year and own $5 million properties. All kinds of things. I think Congress should have term limits for all of them.
They shouldn't even be able to trade at all.
Nope.
Accounts,
Nope,
no family, no 51% in LLCs or more, nothing. I mean, they should shut them down because some of these people that are there.
Yeah, the crooks, dude. I don't care what their affiliation is. There's not all are, of course, but
99.99%.
There's a bunch of insider trading. All right, AMD bouncing off pivot 15 for a retest trying to break 108.53.
PayPal broke high of day.
Nice.
Check it.
Oh yeah, looking at it. It's really close to breaking. Very close. Either take that 277 up. Good PMG up. There's a really tight consolidation around 278. Amazon, if you look at Amazon, big gap fill. That fucking gap fill is 36, about $300 wide. And we also know the longer price consolidation, the bigger the break on Amazon. And
SWKS broke. I just got the alert.
SWKS is a monster. It's going all day. It'll probably go all day, the rest of the day. If you're in it though, around 3 o'clock, between 3 and 4, tighten your stops up. There goes Roku. Roku long. Target open. All right, Shopify's gonna go long right here. It's a break, retest, a pivot on 15. Roku's breaking. Target's gonna be 431. Volume increase. Either way to get in it. Yeah, SWKS can go all day. Yeah. Amazon, let's pull it back up. As they pull up shop right quick. Shop 6 can go long again. So on shop here on the 15-minute, you can see a break and a retest. It's starting to curl back up right here on the 5-minute. We're gonna push it long. We'll target high today. Yeah. All right. Amazon. SWKS is not going to stop. After you show questions, a pullback, and then a continuation. So Amazon right off the bat. Really tight consolidation here. When they do that, they'll either continue lower or they'll reverse. And somebody in Congress thinks it's going to pull back up there. One hell of a gap fill. When they start to gap fill too, they tend to do it very quickly. Usually do it pretty quickly. Plus, it's got a big Big red candle. And the thing about the gaps, there's nothing to stop it from going straight through it very quickly. VIX is starting to kick up a little bit. It's going to bring the market down with it. Tell you what, Amazon ever breaks 3304. If it breaks Friday's lows, it'll be short. It's around 3308. If it breaks the low, it's going to be short. Let's see what that pivot is. Dialing on it. Oh yeah, 3306. Amazon breaks 3306. That'll be short. Oh yeah, 212 down. SWKS. Non-freaking stuff. Let's just start chopping sideways here. SWKS has got some resistance at 189, 188.90. Airbnb's fixing to break again. Zoom's testing that pivot on the 15. It's rejecting so far. It could go right back through range. And Tesla's trying to break the downside here. Airbnb over 146.50 be long. It's rejected from this area right here 3 different times on the 30, and that's 4 times on the 15. It's a break and a retest on the 60. Still bullish. I like it. I'm waiting for a break. Pull Tesla back up here. Gonna be a lot of shit going on right now after 11 o'clock. Tell you that. A lot of manipulation, a lot of garbage, a lot of false breaks. So after 11 o'clock, it's best not to do nothing. Get money back.
Jerry, I see those contracts. They're sweeps, right? There were 200 of them.
Yeah, 226. Or yeah, there might have been 200. It just shows how many. What
Yeah, it was 102 in one purchase and 97 in another one. And
they
I
come
see
in
them.
at 3:59 p.m.
Yeah,
So,
3360. They're posting them for the strikes. Okay, good. Whatever. That's what they were bought.
What do you think it is? You think they're selling them or buying them?
Let me run a filter on something and see if there's any dark pool activity on this thing too. Give me a
Oh
minute,
shit!
okay?
Shop's going short. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Shop just went short here. Got a big green candle come down. Tesla's fixing to be short. Shop short, target 1517. If you're not in it, just wait. Just break retest 5 minutes. Push back up. CRWD expanded that 15 minute, trying to come right back through range. And I'm looking to show you. Oh, Lily's pushing. Just broke out of the day. Target 40624. Savas 212 back up 60 BMG style. What's going on with it, Tesla? Sit anyway. We sit anyway. Tesla still needs a break under 716. Yeah, 715.80, 715.90.
So,
Flip.
so like I said, you can use it on a time chart. I like it on the Reiko chart better. You can even use it on a range chart. Go to like let's go to
I just muted you. I don't know if you were talking or if you were just left your mic open. So if you were talking to us, I'm apologizing. But, actually, I cut you off. Etsy's got earnings 8-4. Thank you, Carol. Every version 15. Mike, they scrutinized all your trades. They should, but the bigger guys, they just don't. No problem. Yep, they get away with whatever. You're exactly right. Ralph, have a good night. Good day. The PMG is a pivot machine gun. This is where price goes back to the prior range, taking all the stops out on the way up. On a PMG, the tighter the candles are stacked up, the faster price can move through them. I like seeing, several, at least 5. Oh, the PMG. Let's see if I can. Oh, hopefully Zoom's gonna be one. Hopefully. And there's another one I was looking at. Sava and Zoom. So they could be setting up for BMJ. If Zoom's strong, but it's bouncing off the pivot on the 15, if it rejects, it could go lower. Sava, it could go higher here. And PMG, see on the, if you look at the 15, I pulled up here. I love seeing the candles stacked really tightly with those no wicks, all red. I don't want to see any green. Right, so you see all these red candles just stacked really tightly, and the tighter they're stacked, the better it is. I mean, if you see them in their different shapes and there's different sizes and different colors, to me, it's not as effective as solid red, really small body tight candles. To me, that's money. The price can quickly go through there. The problem I see right now, though, with Sava is this pivot, and it needs to clear it and get close above it. And hopefully it does, and we can see this rest of this PMG setup. When there's stuff's in the way, it kind of blocks. It's like a wall. So here, the stuff here is kind of blocking it from hitting these stops because they've already been triggered. So now we have to be at least above this. We are. It's going to come on up. Next target's here, and that's the reason it's target is because it's prior support resistance. So we get past that level, then we can finish taking these stops out here. And this is resistance here, and it pops up there. Last stop will be here, and then gap fill. And let's look at the Zoom right quick. This is going to be short when it crosses the low. 15 currently. Now Zoom, let me show you this. pivot, expands over here, which acts as support resistance. You can see how it wicked through there, so it expanded the range. It expanded up through there, not by much, just a little bit. It can do a couple different things. We had a reversal. Touch it 2 or 3 times, it can pull back and then shoot through it. It could expand range and then start to come back through range. All right, which would just make this a compound inside bar, really, because it could come down. Price could come down, expand here, taking these stops out, and then go back through range. Yeah, so all this is just a chop. And anyway, hit the pivot there, which had been target. I'd like to get in that reversal back the upside. I missed it. Sorry, I go. Hopefully it rejects here. It needs to cross here.
Jerry.
They're short. Yep.
Jerry.
Yep.
Check out snow. Look at the volume came in on last 4 candles off that scan. And on the 30, it's a 2-1. Look at that volume on the 5-minute.
Oh shit.
Huge.
That's all he knows now. Damn. What's going on with it?
That might be a on the 30-minute 3-1-2. I mean 2-1-2.
Oh yeah. Boy, it could. It goes inside up there. It breaks 269, be long. Then target 270, 271, 271.50, and 270, 280. Good. There's somebody buying it right now. It's shopping. It's a break and a retest in a 5-minute, trying to break up. It's breaking right this second. Needs to break by at least 20 cents though. So 269.20 would be a good entry. That's good. That's good. Target, ultimate target's gonna be 273. CRWD's breaking right this second. Right. Crowd could be a PMG up to 15.
Excuse me, Jerry, on PayPal, you said the breakout was 275.50 and above?
The dog's pushing. Yeah, it needs to break.
Or 277?
Yeah, it needs to break that 277 range. If you look right here on the 30, you see it. There's some resistance support there. So 277.20, 277.30, safer bet. And you're at, oh shit, sure did. AMD broke.
Which one? I'm sorry.
AMD.
CMD.
A. Alpha.
AMD.
Alpha Mike Delta. $109 takes 1010 or 110. Lulu's pushing. B-Dog pushing. Salva's pushing. SQ's pushing. Nice ones. Lulu's been, it's got a beautiful, Lulu's got a perfect month week. Look at that. Lulu breaks the month at 406.24. If you look at the week on Lulu, it's a break, it's a retest, and a push up. So
Oh, Jerry, AMD's up to 109.
Yeah, AMD looks good. It's a break and a retest on AMD. Beautiful. AMD 109. It could take it to 110. So here's this break, pulls back and goes. It's a wave. I got stopped at a shop this last time.
Jerry, SE come up on the EMA scans. It just broke all those convolutions. SE.
Which one? SE. Oh shoot! I think we can move that. SE $300. We wanted to break that weight consolidating today. I took a day outside. I got 2 down, 2 up, 4 hour. Well, I can see at least 286, 287. 212 reversal on 60. Not bad. Not bad. Shop's trying to go long. Badu's rolling over. Tess is chopping. Vix is screaming. I'm probably gonna take shop down. A lot of tickers moving. Crowd broken, retested. PayPal's trying to push. D-Dog's still pushing. Salva's still pushing. Zoom's trying to push, keep pushing up here. So it broke.
What's
Go
the
ahead.
target on Sava? 101?
I think so. Sava. First target's going to be 87, 91, 94. Gap fill at 104, 109. Ultimately, the 60 target magnitude on 60 is 116. Sava's PMG up though, guys. So this can move. This I like Sava because it can move so much. Crab broke retested right now. Shop's gonna be long. Crab thing break. Close above, retest, just go long again. Or add. CRWD PMG as well. It is going back through range, so you have to be careful of that. And shop's long. Target high day. And Survival short under lower day. Come on, he's got my money back. There goes Zoom. PMG 60. That's oh yeah, I pull up. This social sentiment's a good one. Oh, at a shop. Got my money back and then some. I knew it. That big old spike right there. Boom. Kicked me right out. Shoo. Still long. I guarantee it's fixing to break and keep going. I look for another entry into it. Next target 1541. It could come up to 1560 if it wants to. I mean, you talking about a swing, shops to swing. All you do is wait on a pullback to enter, set it, and forget it. This time it's coming to 1650. $120 swing. One swing, swing. It's trying to break again here. Put on next leg up. A lot of times when they spike like that, that's they're telling on themselves. They usually feel real quick. Spy's fixing to go short. Let's look at Spy right quick. Spy just kind of sucks. Right now it's shopping sideways on the day. The 4 hour. I just can't splurge. Frankly. Microsoft. Nike. Gonna go 212 reversal. Gap fill. Let's gap fill. How much is that? 168.30. 167. Hell, it's not worth it. 50-cent gap fill. We're getting a small pullback on Tesla. So they're going to go back up to the high of the day, or it's a pullback to the downside here. Novak's going to be short when it crosses the pivot low 15, and Myrna's supposed to go short right this second. Myrna's just going to go short. CRWD's pushing still. D-Dog's still pushing. Etsy's trying to break. Starbucks supposed to go short. I'd love to catch Costco on a big old pullback, but I know it's going to be bought right back up very quickly. Moderna's pulling back. You look at the month on Moderna, it needs a pullback. Had a small one last month up there, and then continued higher. Very extended on the weekly. It did pull back a little bit last week. So we'll see. If Myrna decides to come back here, it could come back down at 324. about $26. What's that? Okay. Back pushed up this morning. So that near the top. Ooh, that's that beautiful chart. Decker's out the door.
Jerry, whatever happened to Viacom?
Viacom? I don't know. I still people talking about it every once in a while. I know it's got a big, huge red candle. I think it's gonna come back up through the range. I don't know. Let's take a look at it. All right. Yeah. Right now it's just a 2-1, basically just a 2-1, probably quarter. See price consolidating really tightly in the bottom quarter of this red candle here. I don't see it doing nothing anytime soon. Maybe had bad earnings or something. When it puked disc A, disc B, and all them other ones played. I actually played this thing long a few times, but they all gave up the ghost around the same time. I like a short this time, I can tell you that.
It's funny, you got an alert at 48.73. I got an alert of 48.55 on that thing.
On which one?
On Viacom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, it's better when it, you probably got yours sitting here, which is a good one. You know about it before it breaks, but it needs to break out its consolidation for sure. And it's going to be a while.
When that alert goes off and it wakes up, at least we'll be there. By the way, I wasn't able to find anything else out on Amazon. I did see that there were 3 dark pool prints that were obtained in the last 3 days, what that went through in the last 3 days. I don't know if they were seller buys, but we can only just. Where's your alert on Amazon, just in case it starts spiking again?
I mean, it looks short now, I would say.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Hey, Jerry, SPY's low of the day. It's going in the gap.
Thank you. What looks short? Etsy and everybody's pushing. Oh, Viet. Yeah, I don't think I'd mess with Viet right now. It's just too damn choppy. There's something that's that choppy. It's just best to avoid it completely.
You got to learn 33.87.
Yeah. Also, Amazon, if it wants to, it can go short. So if Amazon breaks this 306, 30 level, it's short. And Tesla's trying to go short too. Be careful if you're long. But yeah, so Amazon, if it breaks 3306, it's short. And I got that set there, but it really goes long at 3370. I don't know why I got it up there so high. Pull it up. It's got to be a reason. There's some support resistance right there. Oh yeah, it's a pivot. That's a pivot on the 4-hour smart. You can take it though when it breaks consolidation on the 60, and that's at.
Jerry, VIX is going nuts. It's heading them all the way to Tennessee.
I'll catch it if it gets there. So SPY's gonna be short once it goes back to red here. Yeah, so short term, Amazon breaks 33.44, it'd be long, and you target today's open. It's just ugly as hell. If you look at the 5-minute, you can see all these wicks on here. If you guys see any time frame, it don't matter what the time frame is, and it looks like this right here, run away from it. Looks like that on the day, the week, 4 hours, the 60, whatever. Stay as far away from it as you can. Trust me. Stay away from it. You will get hurt, destroyed. Let's go back to deck. Deck's got a beautiful, it's got an A+ setup month week. Look at that. Where's it going, guys? Going up. Going up. So we can assume that anytime this thing pulls back, so you look on the week here, this thing's been moving up for almost 2 years. Pulled back pretty hard here, got bought straight up. So if this thing ever pulls back and retest that 396, or we get 2 or 3 good red days, we'll be looking for a reversal back to range. So they're buying it up. And right now it's consolidating in the top 25% of range, breaks 4.750, so on. Tesla's fixing to go short here. Tesla's short. If you're long anything, tighten your stops out. Shop's trying to break high today.
Tesla's had VWAP there, Jerry, right? Sitting on it.
Oh, there goes this 5 finally.
Yeah. Tesla is short. I don't know how long it's gonna be short, but yeah, it's not talking to people up. It's definitely something to be aware of for sure. There goes Shopify to the moon. Shopify broke high today. CRWD's pushing up, Etsy pushing up. Ooh, Fiverr's trying to break here too, the downside. Keep it on Zoom too as it pulls back. These things are pulling back. A lot of these tickers have been moving today, are pulling back because of VIX. It don't mean they're going to die. It's just for me, it's just a scalp. CRWD pushing still. Target's this big red candle right here on the 60. 258, 259. Pulling back right now, could retest to go higher. It's pulling back right now because of VIX. Shop kicking ass. I can guarantee you right now, these things are puking. I guarantee you, UNH probably going to be pushing up. So weird. I don't know why it does that, but it's a pattern. Pushing. No, it ain't doing it today. Usually the market pulls back. UNH goes up. So not following a pattern today. FVRR. FVRR trying to go short. You see it's tested this pivot low 3 different times. It's 4 times on 60. Sugar last week inside currently. Could be a lower high here. Expanded through the daily, trying to go back through range. Magnitude on the daily is 197. 200 on the 4 hour. So Fiverr under 238. Sure. Spies almost the gap there. Etsy. All right, LG's going to ripple. Do not sugar weight to come back down. Hey, let's extend it. And it's at the east side, 60. Those. Those testing, boys and girls. We will give all back. 5 or 6 can break. Zoom trying to reverse. That's going to be add to it here in a second. Don't expect this thing to keep puking. As soon as VIX starts to correct, it'll come back down. SPY gap fill. Amazon's going to go short under a pivot, guys. It's a beautiful 2260 here. So ultimately what we're aiming for in the gap fill. Will it go all the way down there? I don't know. I don't think so. It's been pretty strong. Could feel about 50% of this candle right here. Or between 31 and 50%. Looks like that. Let's pull that 60 back up. Remember, every time I need some pullback. If you see every time it pulled a big red candle here, pulled back some, usually around 31%. Here, pull back. Here, back some. Oh shit, Amazon. We're trying to break. PayPal's trying to break. SU round over. AMAC 212 reversal down. And Zoom's reversing. The video reversing. The ones that's got the biggest green candles to the left are the strongest one. The ones that compute the fastest. Remember that. Zoom 2-2 down, shooter down, 30 minute. SPY, it's a good short right there, cheap. HD trying to break, shooter down 15. Zoom, short under 377.40. Target's going to be 373.50. And then 372.50. Amazon breaking 15. Yo, I think I'm gonna call it here. Oh, shoot. Roku 2-2 down. Projection on 15. VIX coming down. Everything gonna start to pull back. If you're short, scalping. Bang stops up there for a second. And we go end up red. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. We'll start back in the morning. We'll do it again. So y'all be careful out there and don't give no money back.
Yep, have a good one.
Cool. We'll see y'all in the morning. Keep an eye on Zoom.
Terry, have a good day.
You too. Yeah. So keep an eye on all these things. Probably Zoom.
Terry, keep an eye on VIX. It's heading to Tennessee.
I'll stop it. I'll play it down right there. Y'all have a good day. I'll see you in the morning.